Why is factory farming a vegan climate change issue? Why is factory farming a vegan climate change issue? Let's break it down in a straightforward way. Factory farming plays a big role in climate change, and understanding this is key for anyone interested in a vegan lifestyle. First, factory farms are major contributors to greenhouse gas emissions. They release large amounts of methane and nitrous oxide, which are far more effective at trapping heat in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide. Methane mainly comes from the digestive processes of animals and their manure. Nitrous oxide is released during manure management and when fertilizers are used on feed crops. Together, these gases make up a significant portion of agriculture's emissions, which can be around 10 to 15% or even more. Next, consider the resources needed for factory farming. Producing feed for animals requires vast amounts of land, water, and fossil fuels. In fact, nearly half of the corn and most of the soy grown in certain countries is used to feed livestock instead of people. This is an inefficient way to use our resources. The production of these feed crops also involves heavy machinery and chemicals that contribute to carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide emissions. Energy consumption is another aspect to think about. Factory farming operations need a lot of energy for heating, cooling, and processing animal products. This energy often comes from fossil fuels, which means even more carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. For instance, producing just 1 kilogram of beef can lead to greenhouse gas emissions equivalent to over 36 kilograms of carbon dioxide. This is primarily due to the resources used in feed production and transportation. From a vegan perspective, these facts highlight why moving away from animal agriculture is seen as essential for tackling climate change. A vegan diet avoids the demand for factory-farmed products, which helps reduce the emissions of methane, nitrous oxide, and carbon dioxide. It also eases the strain on our land and water resources and cuts down on the use of harmful pesticides and fossil fuels. By choosing plant-based foods, individuals can actively lower the environmental impact of food production. In summary, factory farming is a significant climate change issue because it generates potent greenhouse gases, consumes excessive natural resources, and relies heavily on fossil fuels. Adopting a vegan diet directly addresses these environmental challenges by reducing the demand for animal agriculture and its harmful effects.